I am a proud first-generation Filipino-American. My mom is actually from Pangasinan. As a veteran, I served in uniform. I deployed to Iraq, and I served under Don't Ask, Don't Tell as an intelligence officer. My career in the intelligence community allowed me to advise on operations all over Latin America and Africa. And then my last main assignment in the federal government was working in the executive office of the president, primarily economic and national security issues. So based on my time in public service and how I had worked directly on national security issues, I saw this administration moving in a direction that was, I feel, contrary to my understanding of national security, what it actually takes to make the nation secure.
It was my grandfather and his brothers and sisters who grew up speaking English, who went to English language schools. He was an officer in the Army, he was a fighter pilot and squadron commander. With the help of the GI Bill, he came back to Arizona and got an associate's degree and became an accountant with the state of Arizona. Good middle-class job. And he raised his two kids to go forward.
You guys grew up hearing the word integrity, but I hope you all knew that meant you have to be honest. Take the opportunity, but the opportunity is worth nothing unless you have integrity.
And he was very proud of me, but I didn't really understand how until he died.
He was buried in your Harvard t-shirt at his request. Didn't want a suit. He was buried in your Harvard shirt. You're part of the Garcia line. That's a pretty big thing to go to Harvard. I think he told everybody in Tucson he was so proud of you.
Of all the things he'd done and all that he had seen, that is what he chose to take to the grave. He was saying that his family had finally made it in America. We've all stood on the shoulders of others. So for those of us who find ourselves here, we have a responsibility to make sure that other people can walk that same path and have the same access to good education, good job, the opportunity to serve that my grandfather had, that my mother had, and that I've had.
I'm Judy Canales, and I'm running to represent the people of the 23rd Congressional District because our future is at stake. As your Congresswoman, I'll fight for Southwest Texas because my future started here. It's my family heritage, my community, y mi corazón. It was Henry Cisneros' election as the mayor of San Antonio the month before I graduated that inspired me to intern for Representative Abraham Chick Kazin, the first person to represent the 23rd Congressional District. Working in his Washington, D.C. office is where I learned firsthand about the strength of the people and the importance of the land within the 23rd District. That's where I decided I wanted to build a better future for my community and would devote myself and my career to public service. I had the honor of serving in President Clinton's and President Obama's administrations at the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development and for the United States Department of Agriculture. I saw firsthand the impact of USDA's work, working side by side with local communities and USDA's frontline employees. And as the first woman to lead USDA's Texas Farm Service Agency, I'm proud that we invested over $7.5 billion in Farm Bill programs delivered throughout Texas for farmers, ranchers, women producers, youth and veterans in agriculture, and worked with underserved communities located on the Texas-Mexico border. I'm prepared to serve as your next Congresswoman because I understand our people and our land. I also know how to get results for Texas. I know the people of the 23rd Congressional District want a change. Too many of our friends, family, and neighbors are running out of hope for the future. We can do better. We have to do better. Join me and let's fight for our future together.
The people on the left and the right are sick and tired of being represented by a bunch of hustlers. What people want now is authenticity and a vision for their lives that is better. And that's what Brand New Congress is doing. We believe that if you get sick, you could go to a doctor affordably and you could afford the medications that are prescribed. We believe in a Medicare for All system. That if you work hard, that if you work 40 hours a week, you shouldn't live in poverty. That no one should live in poverty. We believe in living wages, not starvation wages. We believe in free public colleges and universities, that the government shouldn't be profiteering off our kids' dreams, but embracing them and lifting them up. And we believe in a clean environment, that your kids and your grandkids should inherit a world that is sustainable and healthy, with good paying, clean jobs. And these aren't just pie in the sky dreams. These can be a reality. All we have to do is elect a brand new Congress. And that's what I'm trying to do in District 23. Provide you, working class people, authentic representation that will never ever put the needs of the billionaire class in front of you. That's not what it's about. It's about you, your community, your dreams. And like they say, our dreams can't fit on the ballot. And what we're trying to do is change America to make it what it really can be, the greatest country in the history of the world.